I hope you are well. Thank you for joining if you are joining live or on the replay. So my name is Aisling Fitzgibbon, also known formally as the Girl Against Fluoride, and I just wanted to answer a question that is often sent in to us. So this is the question that most people will send. I am telling my family and my friends or my work colleagues about fluoride in the water, and they won't listen. And so this is a very, very common thing and something that I have lots of experience with. So I have actually created a PDF document which is called Why People Won't Listen to You When You Talk About Fluoride and What You Can Do About It. So anyway, I will put the link for you to sign up to get that PDF at the end of this video. So in terms of fluoride and whether it's good or bad, the common thing is people don't listen. And this is something that I had to deal with when I started off the campaign, which was actually back in 2011. So a long, long time ago. And I was very naive. So when I started learning about fluoride, I was spending a lot of time reading all the books that I could get, like from Paul Connett from Fluoride Action Network. And I was on Fluoride Action Network and I was learning all about what Declan Wall was putting together and reading The Fluoride Deception by Bryson and all this stuff. And I was just like bursting to tell everyone. Literally, I would try and slip in fluoride into every conversation I had. Like, I'd have to tell you, I had to say, did you know X, Y, Z? And to the point that my family started calling my mom and I, Martha, who was another creator of this campaign, they would call us the fluoride freaks. So we felt very ostracized in our own family, and it actually took them a long, long time to actually take it seriously on any level. They had to hear it from a number of sources. So that got me really starting to research why people wouldn't listen about fluoride and, what can you do about it, basically, because obviously we don't really want it to be there, but there is many barriers to this issue. So in terms of religion and belief systems and all these kind of things, fluoride is really like a religion because it's actually in line with the belief system in the medical model. And that is very, very fixed into the current society for most people. So the reason why I was open to fluoride was because I had, I suppose, a lack of trust in the medical model, because I went down the route of taking antidepressant medication for what I thought was depression, which actually was adrenal burnout. And naturally you feel depressed when you have no energy. So when I started to go on a healing journey, I discovered all these things that were going on with the food and the water and all this. And then I was like, what? They're adding fluoride into the water. And that depletes iodine. And you need iodine for your thyroid and your ovaries and your breasts and all these things. Why in the bejesus would you be adding that chemical into the drinking water when you're not moderating how much people are taking in from all these sources? Anyway, I got very angry, obviously, and I started off the campaign. But I was going around and around and around and telling everyone, did you hear about this science? Did you hear about that? And it was like what I was saying was not penetrating the prison of their belief system. And I kept going, and I went so far as to strip down to my underwear outside Dáil Éireann because I was so frustrated that nobody was listening. So I've gone to quite extreme measures to kind of get the message out there. But then I started to really need to reflect on, okay, here I am now, I can only do so much, I'm only one human. How can I actually contribute the best to this issue to actually shift it within a reasonable period of time? And I decided that I needed to understand the psychology of change and why people's beliefs are so fixed in place. So that is what I have been doing. I have been training and learning and, going into a huge amounts of, real reflection and really kind of looking to the place where this has to go. So that's why I've created the very first starting point, which I feel will be of huge benefit to you if you're a person that wants to help shift this issue. So I've created the document, which is just a PDF. I'll put the link after I finish this video, and it will be sent to your email. and it's basically called Why People Don't Listen When You Talk About Fluoride, Eyes Glazing Over, and What You Can Do About It. And this will help make you feel like, okay, this is what I can do, as opposed to, oh my God, this is such a big issue, I can't do anything about it, I feel so powerless, which just makes you feel rotten. I've been there. So don't bother, I've done it for you, you don't need to do it. So yeah, that's what it is. And I suppose it's because I had that opening myself to, I don't necessarily believe everything that the medical model is presenting, and I'm going to start looking behind the curtain. And obviously I went down the rabbit hole. But what I also learned was the fact that when you're very comfortable in your life and you don't really want to rock the boat, you won't necessarily look. Everything has changed. Oh yes, Christopher Bryson, the fluoride deception. Yeah, I was like, why doesn't everyone read this? You know, please read the fluoride deception. And everyone's like, oh, are you still talking about fluoride? And I'm like, yes, I won't shut up talking about fluoride till I'm 97 or whatever age I live to, because it's just, it's not something that you can just finish. So I haven't gone away, in case anyone had thought I'd gone away. But what I have done, I've evolved what I'm doing, and I've realised that you can't fight the system, because the system is made up of individuals, and people can't be forced to change. They have to want to change. They have to be open to change. So I invite you, if you are that person, if this message connects with you, to please sign up for the document, and I hope to continue this conversation. I'm going to be putting out some more videos hopefully next week, and I've got a special giveaway that will be coming just before Christmas. So yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to listen, and I hope that my message will help you and help all of us shift this issue collectively, which I am confident that it will. Someone said that it is easier to keep manipulating people than to convince them they are being manipulated. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. That is so true. Also, a very good line I saw, I always learn so much from drama. I watched a series called Being Human years back by the BBC, and one of the lines anyway, it was like this crazy thing. The devil got on like national TV and was like, all this mad stuff was happening. And then like the government came in and tried to cover it up, and they were like, how are they going to like convince people? And the line that this one of the characters, I can't remember who it was, but the line stood in my mind, and they said, people will believe whatever makes them feel they can go to sleep at night. So sometimes people will just believe the thing that makes them feel safe. That's why you can't come to this issue unless you open to it, and then it is like a gateway, because then you know, it goes on and on and on. You start seeing all this stuff in the world and you're like, what? That's insane, that's insane, that's insane. So yeah, on and on and on. Which is hopefully then going to change the way that we reimagine how we do things, such as stop putting chemicals in the drinking water, you mad people. You know, anyone who had a conscious mind wouldn't do that. So that's where we need to take it to. But I don't want to focus on, oh my God, this is so big, we can't do anything. What can we do? And that's why I've created this document, to help us all. So thanks so much for joining in, and I'm going to put up the link now after this video. So thank you. Bye bye.